Alright, so welcome back to the next part over here.
We don't get Deathshead now, it's all over. Over here! Right. Like the lads on the wall, covering fire!
This is actually pretty cool. I love games like this where they have some varied things that you can do. Obviously, climbing, rappelling. I enjoyed some of that stuff, the brief scenes that they had of that. Wow. Whoa. Oh, shit. That hit.
How you are fucking able to persist through something like that, I do not know. Well done. We're okay.
But Dead Space 3 had some areas like that. And really just, I mean, the Call of Duty games are kind of... God damn it, really? I got like 15 times. So the Call of Duty games obviously were famous for that, you know, having to jump in a turret to, you know, pilot a C-130, something like that.
I'm sorry, sirs. I didn't see him coming.
It's up to you now, Blazkowicz. Get to the control room and open the gate.
Another kid you murdered, General. Captain, one of us is gonna die today.
For anything, well, hardly anything about the Wolfenstein series, and the one that I played 4 or 5 years ago, I thought was kind of like a reboot of the franchise, so I can't even remember if you played as B.J. Blazkowicz, you know? Thought you did, but I remember that it was kind of like an open world city, and there was a resistance.
Great work, Blazko. The door's coming up. We're going inside. Keep heading up towards the top floors. We'll meet you there.
Come on, fella. Oh, shit. Me. And I probably could have been silent in that part, but I didn't realize, and I came up too close to that guy, not stealthy enough. Damn it. Really? Brightest thing to do, we're gonna do a little running gun. Take the supplies. Really? I dropped down. Important. Aha. Collectible. There you go. Charge through tunnels. The graphics on this are really, really nice. That I can say. That I can definitely say with authority. I have been picking up most games that were on both, that have been on both platforms, PS4 and the Xbox One. I have been picking up most on the PS4, and that's only because the Xbox One and the PS4, regardless of the whole fanboy argument over it, they're very similar in a lot of ways. What it is, though, is that the Xbox One is that it's the platform this generation that is a little bit trickier, it seems like, for developers to get a handle. Everybody was so hyped to get games, you know, push games to market. That, you know, obviously for the launch or they're right after and stuff like that, that there wasn't... But anyway, so I had been doing my homework anytime a game came out for both systems, and this is actually the first one where I looked at side-by-side shots and videos and stuff prior to buying it, and it's almost identical. It's running 60 frames per second in 1080p, and that's good because that's what it's meant to do. But as I was saying, though, you know, prior to that, there has been a lot of Xbox One games that have not been hitting that. They've been clocking in at, you know, between 7 and I think 900p, and really the frame rate in certain ones has been less than desirable. So, you know, those things do matter to some people. Personally, I think that a lot of the differences are negligible, and it really is just kind of a matter of preference. I'm not a fanboy for either system. I've been with, well, I'm an old school gamer, so, oh Jesus. I have been playing games since the Nintendo, the Atari days, as a matter of fact. The Atari 2600, I believe, was my first game system. So there's no bias towards one or the other with me. I just enjoy playing fun games. So if it comes out on the PlayStation or it comes out on the Xbox, makes no difference to me. This particular one, though, seemed to look really nice on the Xbox, and I thought, hey, you know what? I've been buying everything up until now, pretty much, for the PlayStation 4. So, nice change of pace over here. I'm a little more familiar with the Xbox controller, too, as I think last generation I probably played a little more on the 360 than I did the PS3, and the controllers are distinctly different. However, I was actually a night crew manager at Toys R Us. A little nostalgia story here for those that care to hear it. Back in the day, at Toys R Us, I was the night crew manager, and was there in '95 when the PlayStation was initially launched, and of course that was the same year that the Sega Saturn came out, and I almost said Dreamcast, that actually came later. The Sega Saturn as well as the N64, and for me, that was kind of the beginning of the end for Nintendo as being the big giant. They still had a great stable of games, but because they refused to kind of move with the times, grow with the times, and go to a disc-based system, their cartridge-based games were just excruciatingly expensive. You know, I think they were between $60 and $75 a piece. And, you know, when the PlayStation came out, you were able to pick up brand new games at, you know, $49.99, sometimes even a little cheaper. So it was a big price difference. I was just getting out of high school, and I was working full-time there and making plenty of money, but obviously if you can buy a game and spend $20 or $30 less, hey, that means you can play more games, right? Or whatever, and you have more money to do to do with as you please. But as I said, though, I definitely enjoy both. Really have no opinion or bias towards either one. And I think that as the development goes on and as the consoles are out for a longer period of time, developers are going to learn how to use the Xbox One to its full capability, and they're going to learn how to utilize and integrate the cloud-based computing a little bit more and stuff like that. So, you know, once they get a handle on that, again, you're going to see very little difference graphically or otherwise, you know, in any of these games. I have both consoles mainly because I have 3 kids, and oh boy, look at that! Look at these guys down there. This is really cool, man. The level design here is top notch. Look at this stuff. Guys coming up. I bet you I can get to some of those too. Huh. Jesus Christ! Look at it. There's like 18 guys. Come on, man. Where are you going? I see ya. Can't hit ya, but... Stormtrooper. Can't hit the broadside of a barn. But anyway, I have a 13-year-old who's actually going to be doing some gaming on this channel with me and doing some gameplay videos. And I have a 7-year-old as well and a 2-year-old. The 13 and the 7-year-old play quite a bit of games with me. And really, you know, we wound up picking up the PS4 at launch because when I went to reserve it last summer, that was the old where I went to reserve the. I actually went to reserve an Xbox One, believe it or not. And those the pre-orders were sold out, but the PS4 they still had them at Best Buy. So I did a pre-order for it, and then just kind of put it out of my mind, forgot about it, and then so I got the PS4 at launch, and just because of being busy and job and being married and having 3 kids, I didn't even play it a whole lot. Still haven't, but bought games for it, you know, and then the kids just told me that, God, you know, their life would just not be the same. Holy shit! If they could not have a Xbox One, you know, that was their thing. They needed to have an Xbox One. Xbox One. Okay, those are overcharged packs. I guess. Everywhere.
Good work, Captain. Right, everybody head for the crashed aircraft. Blazkowicz, we'll meet you there. Thank you, Captain Blazkowicz, sir. Move it, son.
Thank you, Captain Blazkowicz, sir. You are my hero. Oh, those are overcharged. Alright, hopefully I can get through over here somewhere. So anyway, like I was saying before I got distracted, which happens easily to me these days, is that, so I wound up just kind of on a last-minute whim picking up an Xbox One on Christmas Eve. I was at the store with my wife getting a couple of last-minute things to prepare for Christmas. And, you know, and it was one of those just impulse buys because, you know, my kids were like, oh, God, the Xbox One, it's so good, it's so good. And they're so used to having Xboxes because we do have a couple of them in the house, so. So anyway, they kind of go with what's familiar to them. So I wound up buying the Xbox One, and then guess what? I played Rise. My oldest son played about 2 or 3 hours of Dead Rising 3. And then that's it.
Pry it loose!
Oh, thanks. Appreciate that, Crowbar.
Come on, boss. Yes, sir. Do you believe it can last?
Oh, nice. Now I can just walk right up there.
Go to church every Sunday?
Yeah, but you ain't got churches in England, you ain't got no priests there.
Yeah. Well, the Nazis sort of bombing them at the moment, so it's a bit of a problem.
Edward, Blondie, get up!
I really gotta go and jump across here now. But anyway, so the Xbox One has mostly gone unused until, of course, Titanfall came out. We played a good deal of that. you grab me? You guys are like waiting. Appreciate that. So actually, oh god, that. So actually, doing these gameplay walkthroughs will be great because obviously I'll be able to catch up on some games that I've wanted to play, and then of course too actually get some use out of these two very expensive systems.
My feet are broken.
What is this? My feet are broken. Sorry, it was just how he said that was. Oh my god. Okay.
There's ashes down here. There's a lot of ashes down here.
Hey, Wyatt, see if you can find a way to open that door. Move it.
Wow.
See this pipework coming from that control box over there.
What is it?
Imagine it's some kind of room-sized incinerator. What did you just fucking do? Trigger the goddamn incinerator. Turn it off. Turn those dials.
Well, you know, there's not a lot that I can do about that. Sorry, fella. There it is.
Get over here and open this thing.
And of course now, turn the incinerator on. They have broken feet over there. Come on, broken feet! That was some sick shit, though. There was some corpses in there that looked like maybe they had stuff attached to them. I don't know if they're probably trying to do experiments or something. You know, damn Nazis.
What's all this then?
Oh, man, there. I can tell I can hear in the background. Man, 2-year-old at home. Holy
Positions, people. Stand down.
this is intense. Intense. Yeah.
Everybody still breathing?
Ow.
The incinerators are off.
And I think this is just like the prologue or the prelude, whatever, the first kind of mission to set everything up.
Hold on. I can hear someone out there. Someone's coming.
Great.
Captain Blazkowicz, come listen to this.
This guy.
That's him.
The Deathshead?
Yeah, matey. It's war. Right. Maximum blood pressure to the next master link. It's down in a trench somewhere. That's what matters. Fuck off.
What are you people doing in there?
My people murdered so many times. I lost count.
I practiced my English. It's a dying tongue.
Look at how sharp everything looks. The textures and colors.
I like you. Such a resilient specimen. With you, I could do great things. I like the eyes on this one.
Don't you fucking touch him!
I like yours.
This isn't good.
Not this one. Somebody broke it already. It's a shame. Captain Blazkowicz, help me make a choice.
What?
In your opinion, which one of these two varieties would best support my research? I have
Really?
adequate room for samples. Should you decline my opinion, I shall have to put a scalpel to both of them and we'd be here all day.
Great, so you make me choose who to kill?
Simple. All you need to do is look to the one you would have me dissect.
I don't know either one of these guys, really. Wyatt? Fergus?
Go on, Captain. Really?
Fine, whatever. Take him.
I would have elected the other, but I will defer to your preference.
Whatever, I just, you know, I eeny, meeny, miny, mowed it.
It's okay, Blazkowicz.
Sick bastard.
It's a war. People die. My time's up, is up.
General Deathshead. Today he's teaching me a lesson. I've seen suffering and death. People maimed and tortured. Thought I'd seen it all. But I'd never seen true cruelty. Until now. Count to 4. Inhale. Count to 4. Exhale.
Wow. What a setup for a game, man. This is intense, right off the bat. Huge armored unit. Not you.
Wiedersehen.
Are these armored?
Sir! Following. Oh no! Oh good!
Get off him.
Pack up your troubles in your old cat bag and smile! Smile! Smile!
This dude's like trying to cover me. He's going crazy. It's hilarious. Alright.
Sir! We have to disable these nozzles for the incinerator! Grab the pipe and help us smash them shut! Help me!
Really? Of course. You idiots get yours?
It's about to blow! We gotta get this window open! Come here! I'll help you with your handcuffs!
Yeah, appreciate it.
Take the lock to the window! Alright, sir! You should obey with you, fucking asshole! I've been well already here! Right in that window! I've been shot, stabbed, I've been raped in the air for fuck's sake! Broke my face, broke my hand, broke it into my feet, shot the arm off the fucking eye, for God's sake! My shirt torn out of my girlfriend!
Woo-hoo-hoo! Oh, shit. Oh! That can't feel. Wow. Okay, so all that was the introductory level, I guess. The prologue, if you will. Very cool stuff. I gotta say, this is a pretty intense, fun game right from the start. A lot of varied gameplay.